My name is Glebs. This is Noel from Gambia. Now I pronounce it correctly. So the question I asked before on our favorite take, how was the Egypt?
Yeah, as I said, Egypt was an interesting place because everybody is meeting there from Africa. So you could see that people from Cameroon, Morocco, I met a lot of people and I made a lot of friends. Maybe I'm the only Gambian there, but yeah, it was an interesting place. And you need to have an appointment with the VFS Center because it's the only center in the whole of Africa. And if you do not have an appointment, you cannot just have the interview.
Yeah, I understand. And how long was getting the appointment through Embassy of Latvia?
Well, for me, from the starting, I have been contacting the embassy, so we have been talking. So when I got there, so I went to the VFS Center. I thought I could go. They said no. So I texted the embassy. I sent them an email, and then they gave me an appointment. So when I went the next day, I saw my name written in pen, like it was not like on the computer.
Not the electronic
so when I saw it, and then I went in and submitted my documents.
So they took you the next day?
Yeah, it just took me
my experience with that, I had a client from Algeria, and he basically contacted VFS Global, and they said to him, there's no appointment. Yeah. And I said it's not possible because there are simply not enough people to book as much places as there is. So I said maybe we have to contact directly the Latvian embassy. So we did contact directly the Latvian embassy, and the Latvian embassy basically said, yeah, of course there are appointments, and they simply gave the appointment date for the guy.
For that, with the Latvian embassy, to be truthful, when you don't have the slot, you do not have an appointment, they will not interview. It's not possible.
Yes.
I saw some people there 5 months. They have been there waiting for a slot, just waiting so that they will have that. But me, thank God, when I went there, I contacted the embassy. Then they wrote my name. Then I went for the interview, and I submitted my paper at the VFS Center. Then they called me the other day. The embassy called me. I went for an interview with the embassy directly. Then the next day my visa was sent.
By the way, did you ask these guys what kind of country they were waiting for? Was it Latvia?
Yeah, Latvia.
They were waiting for
5
Latvia
months.
5 months.
5 months.
And they didn't know they have to contact the Latvian embassy.
Well, they didn't even know that. They just don't even know that you need to contact them. I even have to give them the email address of the Latvian.
Thank you for an idea. We will make sure they will know.
Yeah, because truly, for the slots, to get into the slots is a big problem.
Yeah,
because the slots are always full.
Yeah, because for example, in stark comparison, there is when people go to Poland, for example, for Gambia they have to go to Senegal. For Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, they go to Abuja in Nigeria, and people are telling me they're waiting Polish application the appointment time for years right now. And I did also go to this electronic website, and I saw there are no appointments. I did write simply to Embassy of Poland, and they send me appointment in 1 week. So it's the same situation, And I think it's VFS Global in Africa just not doing the work.
I don't know because I contacted the VFS Center there. They told me that they can't help me. That day I was so frustrated when they said that I would not have the appointment, the interview. So I went downstairs to the 3rd floor, and then I talked with other people. They gave me the number for the VFS Center. I called those people, they didn't receive. I sent them, they said they cannot help me. It's not possible. Yes. So the only thing that helped me was I contacted the ambassador or the consul. I told the person that, when I was coming, I told you that I don't have any appointment. Then the next day, he said, just go. I went there and I have the appointment, and everything was gone.
So here in Latvia you study in Riga Technical University.
Yes.
It's been almost 1 month. What can you tell about it?
It's kind of tough because I wasn't expecting the system to be this tough. You understand? I came to Riga, and then everything was. I was a bit late for like a week plus, so they were ahead of me. So all the teachers were like, let's go, everybody. The semester is short, so come on. I have to arrange all this now. I have to focus on the study. Really, the first year you have to really work hard.
It is in every university like that. But how is the building, by the way?
Oh, come on.
Because it's like a little bit old, right?
But the university is standard.
Yeah, it's standard.
Well, compared to what I know, the university is standard. The facilities are good. The classrooms are perfect. And the teachers are serious.
Yeah, because Riga Technical University, I think it's in Latvia is one of the best universities here, simply because like by the rating standards, by the teaching standards, they really are taking the study seriously.
They are taking the study seriously, and the buildings, the way they are formed and everything, everything looks, it's standard. Compared to university. This is, when we are talking about university, it's a standard place, you understand. You have things organized, and you have your classes, and I like the university. I really love the university.
Did you found like any obstacles, like some problematic parts from your transition from Gambia to here to Latvia, like on your way, apart from appointments?
Yeah, I did. The problem is, well, at some point it was my mistake because this is my first time traveling abroad. So like with my visa, I was like, I supposed to enter Europe on the 6th of February, but I didn't check. So I thought when I got the visa on the 4th, I bought everything to come, and then wow, it was a problem. They said that I cannot just enter Europe, and that was another obstacle. Yeah. And the other one is like, that one is something, because transiting from one airport to another, when you are coming to Riga, there is no like direct flight to Riga, you understand? So you need to transit through Milan or through Frankfurt or through Brussels. Sometimes it's kind of, they are asking kind of questions like, is it possible that you will transit because you are not having the Schengen transit visa? So that is not a bit clear, you understand? But they, at some point, if they know that you are going for education and they see everything, they will leave you to go. But that is something to clear out.
Yeah, because like for example, one of my clients, which was coming from Russia, but he's originally from Cameroon, he went on the border by bus. And they asked him a lot of questions, like why he was in Russia, is he living in Russia? And the funny thing is, like, yeah, of course he passed, everything great, but the similar situation with the guy he consulted, and he went to the embassy and they asked him, what did you do in Russia? And he told, oh, I was working here. And they look, but you have study visa, you don't have work permit. Work permit, how was you working? Oh, they paid me an envelope and they give him visa refusal with note he was illegal worker. So the guy basically put a cross for Schengen visa for all his life. Out of stupidity and just
He was not thinking.
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, like with the Schengen transit visa, some countries in Africa do not need this transit visa because you can transit through some countries. Like, okay, I have a cheaper plane going through, like when you see cheaper planes going through London, England, but then you need to have the transit visa for UK.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Or else you will not travel. Like when I reached Milan in Italy, Malpensa, so the guy looked and he checked. Normally if you have the transit visa, your card will just go straight, but then it didn't go. So he was like, oh, you don't have transit visa? I said, no. What are you going to do? I said, study. So he had to call his senior, and then he discussed. Then the senior said, okay, check his documents. He checked my documents, and the senior said, yeah, well, he's going for study. Just leave him to go. So sometimes this is something
it might be complicated.
Yeah, because like for Morocco, they can transit through other countries. But like Gambia, I can transit through Italy, but not through Spain. So other countries have restrictions.
Even within Schengen, there are regulations and differences. Like for example, for Latvia, you simply showed your proof of funds. But if you go to countries like Germany, Austria,
even France,
Netherlands, France, you have to show blocked account. It's a different process, some fees for it, and it's like that's why, for example, my company we basically send to countries like with no such bullshit, simple, easy documents to make, easy application process. Well, apart from maybe some places where the application process might simply be longer. Because, for example, how long was the application process?
For mine, it was not long. It was not like up to 2 months, because I started in November, and then I got my invitation in December.
That's pretty okay. Because, for example, all universities work on different speeds, while the Visto University in Poland gave me every document, including the visa invitation for Kenyan girl in 1 month. In admission was like in 2 months. The Klaipėda University in Lithuania, they took, how much? They applied September 20th, and we got the full admission plus invitation on January. Yes. So, from like at full time frame standpoint, the Riga Technical University is good.
For Riga, like the application period was just so fast. Within 1 month, I got accepted. But the invitation that is to give me the invitation, that is what took long, because they have to go to the Ministry of Foreign, they have to do this, they have to do that. So it took them. I got the application. I got accepted around 15th of November. I started in first. I got accepted 15th. Then I have to wait till 27 to get my invitation. So that was the process. Then I rose to Senegal, then Senegal to Egypt. Then it was a long journey. I thought I would be able to go back and pack some of my stuff, but then I was late. Then I had to rush.
What was your method to get the proof of funds? You just had parents sponsoring you, or you did something different?
For me, I have a teacher or a trainer. He's from Switzerland, so he trained me in electrical engineering for 3 years. So he said, he wants me to go and study, but Switzerland is very expensive. Very expensive. So he said, let me check for a university in Europe. So that is when I saw Riga. I was thinking of Germany too, but then I said, okay, Riga. I'm texting them, they are texting me, so we are chatting. So
basically you have a sponsor.
So he's paid everything. He gave me the bank statement from Switzerland. So that is how.
Because a lot of Africans are usually being one of the errors a lot of African students are making are basically bringing bad documents or fake documents, and it's like a plague in Africa, because even last week you would be laughing, but I got one guy sent me 3 fake acceptance letter for SMK University to check, and I was opening and mate, who sent you this shit? And he said, we have local agent. He gave us this, and I said, look, mate, SMK University. I sent him. They have a link. You click, and you open your application on the university website, and he just have a copy of the stamp and signature with no link. It's like a disaster.
For me, one thing I told them is I want everything to be real. You understand? Because actually I don't want things to be fake and fake life. No. So that's why I contacted the university, and then I did my exam, my online exam. I submitted all the papers, I waited, and they gave me everything. So I was in contact with the person, and the person gave me the invitation letter. So I made sure that I have a correct bank statement, you understand? And it is sponsored. I have a letter signed you understand, stamped and all this, that the person is sponsoring me and all this stuff and everything, so that there'll be no foul play there, you understand?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't want to spend a lot of money, go up to Egypt and then have to go back home.
Yeah.
My flight from Egypt to from Senegal to Egypt is around 1,200 euros, you understand? And that is a lot of money.
Yeah, guys, remember, even with trusted agents, go and contact the university. It's very simple.
It's very simple.
A lot of contact numbers, emails, websites. Go and contact directly, even with the trusted agency.
Because the university, I think, when you are talking with them, is far more better than talking with an agent, and the agent connect you to the university and all that. Yeah. I tell you, the man I met in Cameroon for 5 months, he was there. He said his agent told him, okay, go to Egypt. He went to Egypt without correct papers.
Without the appointment.
Without the appointment, without everything. He came to Egypt, he went to the VS and they told him, what?
Yeah,
where's your appointment?
That's the problem, because there are a lot of unregistered agencies, like in Africa, in Turkey, they don't have license, they don't have anything, they don't have connection to the university. And that's the problem, because when I was setting up this company, the first thing I did, I went to university, I signed an agreement, because of course,
it's better.
Yeah, of course, you have to have an agreement, you have to have something to show the clients. You're really representing the university, because otherwise, you can be whatever, and the only thing you actually will do, like maybe consult, but like consulting is not that shouldn't be that expensive. Yeah, because like for example, what we can provide is basically of course we can take just the documents from the student, process everything, and the only thing the student will have to do apart from relaxing is maybe hop into the interview, hop into the exam, and basically just go to apply. That's it.
Well, what I would like to tell people is when you are applying for international schools, you have to check everything.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? Check the university, check the requirements, check what you need to do. Because my mistake was I didn't check that I need double legalization. Because if you are not part of the Hague Convention, you need double legalization. You understand?
That's what an agent could have told you.
So I didn't check that. So the Gambia was not part of the Hague. And in Europe here, in Latvia, we do not have an embassy where I would go and just legalize my paper. So I did the legalization in our foreign ministry. I could have done it in our embassy in Senegal. Then they will just stamp it and legalize it, and I'll come. I'll save myself all the sending to Belgium and this. But then I didn't know. So that's why you need to check, recheck, so that you know what you need, everything before you apply.
And
or else you waste your time.
Also very important to prepare, like I would ask for myself, a lot of people coming to study from abroad, for some reason they simply don't calculate the expenses, living expenses, food expenses, even winter clothes, because I think you bought it like here, right?
No, even in Egypt, because I was not even prepared for the winter clothes, you understand? And even the winter clothes I bought in Egypt, they were not the winter clothes like for Latvia, you understand? The weather is different, you understand? And the formation of the winter clothes is there. So I have to really calculate now. And thank God I have a sponsor who is helping me, or else I'll be stranded.
Yeah, of course.
So, you need to really calculate the cost.
Yeah, because that's what I do for my clients. I usually tell them up front, you have to understand it's not cheap. Going abroad is not cheap at all, and you have to understand that. One of the main things, what I help people coming here, apart from searching for work, of course, is basically just simply setting up the stuff like TransferWise, Best Secret. It's like have you tried Best Secret yet?
No.
I sent you the link, I think, right? For the shop.
Oh, for the shop. It's there.
It really is the best. Believe me, because we buy everything ourselves. Here in Latvia, we buy everything there.
From there.
Yeah, because it's free. It's free delivery. You can return it in 2 weeks if you don't like something, or it's not fit correctly. And the prices you can check, because the winter clothes is the best price. I buy myself there. It's simply, I would like to have an affiliate program for them, but it's simply the most convenient place, because people who are retailing it, like on the shops, they have to pay the price for rent, the price for utilities. That's why the prices for product are higher. And these guys internet based, the prices are lower. One of the, like, for example, do you want to have, like, to open a bank account?
Yeah. Is it possible to open it now?
You have to wait for ID card.
Yeah,
but you have to keep in mind they charge you 150 euros to open it. And they say it's a background check. So they check you for 1 month and they open the account. But they can say you didn't pass the background check, and they just take 150 euro and burn it, you don't get it back.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I said TransferWise is okay, because you pay
with TransferWise, you can get your money and you can send money and all this stuff. So I don't know if what is the name again? You need a physical account or what? Is it a requirement that I need a physical account?
Not really, because like even the salaries here in Latvia, they can pay to you in the TransferWise account, because it's simply like the same. It's acting like a bank account. But I would say for the salary, I would still prefer Revolut, because Revolut is something you can only get.
I heard many people talking about Revolut.
Yeah, because you get it only when you have ID cards.
Okay.
It's basically the same stuff as TransferWise, but a little bit more secure. But the problem with Revolut I encountered myself, like giving an example, I sent it like 10 euros for the group in kindergarten, for mother who was collecting money to for entertainment for kids, right?